I think the only real choice here is the Daedalus Hammer. Let's do that. The Palm of Power might be pretty good to get the poison damage upgraded, but honestly, that possible Daedalus Hammer on our attack or extra special stuff, you know, might be pretty good. Though I don't know if that's entirely possible. Maybe a spin attack one would be pretty good. Get that extra damage on them. That way we can do anything we want while we're at range, because we get bunches and bunches of extra damage. Also, it's really nice to be able to ricochet these between the eyeballs. Keeps their problems a little less relevant to me. Don't really care whether or not they're going for their enemies or their corpses or whatever they are, their weapons, because the dot damage alone should take care of them. And that's not even considering the increased special damage. Wow, special deals 400% damage to armor, or special deals 50% damage, 50% crit chance on recovery. Vicious Skewer, huh? Or spin attack charges and recovers much faster. I don't know. I feel like there is a good argument to be had for quick spin here. But your special deals 50% damage and 50% critical chance on recovery. Like, come on.
I'm honored.
That's just strong. I don't think there was anything over here, right? Yeah, no chests or anything or any gold. Okay, that's fine. So let's go gold. I ideally will get myself a couple additional trash boons between now and the end of Elysium. But you know how it is sometimes. Sometimes you just don't see any boons at all. It's retarded. Man, I like that crit chance, because it's on return that it does it. So as long as you're like pulling it back right away on a single target, you get that. I mean, you have 50% chance to crit. Chances are you're gonna crit. Oh, that would be really good with any kind of Artemis build too. Man, there's a lot of potential with the spear, I think. I think the spear is very, very strong in its current state. I think it was pretty strong pre-patch as well, but like with these changes, it's exceptionally strong.
Shiny.
And that's not even considering the fact that, like, well, yeah, I think the spin attack buff is cool, but it's not super good.
Here.
Yeah, I get another Death Defiance. It's actually going to be quite good. So let's do that. Let's go over here and get us some more gold. I said gold. There we go.
We have an intruder.
You lad, huh?
Let's get these guys debuffed. All right, well, thankfully, we got a pretty good build to take care of these guys. So we got that Ricochet. And as we know, Ricochet is really nice for placing dots on a bunch of people. And that dot damage, well, it could be a bit better. It's also not so bad. Man, I like the fact that when we have 3 poisons on dudes as well, we're gaining a bunch of damage.
I shall deal with you later then.
It's very powerful.
Thank you, father.
Give me that. Let's just double check that there's no room over there. Yeah. It felt weird to only have 1 room choice in Elysium. You typically have more than that, so I just wanted to make sure that that was our choice. We have 165 gold now with that, so stores aren't a super good option, but they're not bad either. Man, you get the backstab crit damage. It's pretty cool. I didn't even consider that. You get the backstab on it, because it does technically go through the target, so it is backstabbing him. Ow, ow, stop hitting me. That's not cool, bro. Also, it would really be nice if 3 of you would be here at any given time. Give me that extra damage. But I suppose I can handle 2. Where'd that one go? Okay, he's dead. Oh, there's 3. Okay, so let's just focus on the elite dude, because he will allow us to... Oh, yeah, the others are already dead. You see how much damage that does? It's crazy. I love it. Also, I just realized, if you get the Ricochet to happen, on like a far target and it lands on the far target and you bring it back, you know, you're gaining a bunch of additional crit damage on all those because each one has a chance to crit. I think actually Artemis might be a good choice here for us. We could get a trash boon to throw away, or we can get even better than that and get one that affects crit chance on our special, and then that would just be really overpowered. Now, this guy actually shouldn't be too difficult to deal with, again, with the ricochets doing what they're doing. They are very, very powerful. Just, oops, totally whiffed on that. Okay, well, I could dot him, at least. Get all of the bounces going, all that extra damage. I'm having multiple poisons. Alright, that guy just spawned. That was unfortunate, because that was a pretty close one. I almost interrupted it. Yeah, where'd that guy go? Yeah. My only concern is that this, while a good build, it's not going to be super great on Hades until we get some of the things out to kill.
The wretches whom you face down there have died already, sometimes more than once. Should make for easy targets, right?
One would assume. Any damage you deal has a chance to be crit, or attack is stronger with 15% chance to be crit. I think gaining an additional 5% crit chance is pretty mediocre on that throw, but it does say any damage I deal, which means can that proc the poison damage to be critical? Because that'd be pretty good. I think upgrading the attack is also worth it, but let's just go with that one.
Artemis, guide my hand.
It gives me the opportunity that, yeah, if I do trash a boon, that I would have the opportunity to gain a bunch of gold from it because it is epic versus the other one, which isn't. So something to consider, obviously. Also, I like that I'm doing 100% additional damage now, or 111% additional damage to targets when I have 3 poisons out, or 3 poisoned targets. A better way to put it. So I get 3 poisons all the time on these guys. Stop running into me. Taking a bunch of damage from you fools. I'm just trying to dot everybody up. I'm actually not getting an opportunity to really use the spin attack. But I can use it there. Which, my goodness, it does a lot of damage when you do debuff them. Not that I need to do it to that guy, but we did it anyways. I can't go into that. It requires 15 heat, which we're not doing yet. We got a double room, which might be okay. I am gonna pop this to try to alter it.
No thanks.
Gold. I think I'd still rather have the Palm of Power. I was kind of hoping for like an Ambrosia because then we can get the extra life off of it. Or just life in general would be nice. But I'm kind of okay with everything. Like what we got is pretty good. We'll just deal with that. Oof, man, that is real good, isn't it? Oh my goodness, that crit. The crit damage is so good when you get it to return the correct direction. I love it. Ow. Get off my booty. Okay, that was not ideal. I did want to hit these guys. Wow, that dot damage is crazy. It's ticking a lot when it's all stacked up. That eyeball was gonna die, so there was no real reason to kind of focus him down, which is why I just let the dot do its job. Who else we got here? Final dude, which actually I think he respawned. I think he was an eyeball that got away. But maybe not. Man, I do like that throw. It feels really good to use with the ricochets. Power up. An extra damage on poison isn't super great, so I think I'd rather have additional
this gift.
damage from that might be pretty good. Actually, let's do this because that could heal me for quite a bit. I got enough keys, I may as well.
Transgressions are not tolerated.
As long as I heal more damage than I take, we're good. Whoa, but hey, that might not happen with these guys. I hate these guys. Oh man, that backstab. That was really good with the crit. It does a lot of burst damage. I feel like it's a really good combination because it gives us enough single target damage and multi.
Idiots.
Huge heal though, 93.
Excellent.
Goodness. Let's go to Dionysus. I don't remember if there's any additional poison stuff we can get, but hey, you know what? I like poisons right now. They're pretty good. You know what's even better is the fact that I can still hit the shield guys with the return, and it crits. That's so good. Oh man, I love that. I couldn't ask for anything better than that. I hate those guys so much. All right, let's not get hit by this guy if we can avoid it. Ow, didn't actually think he could hit me through that wall there. And unfortunately, because I have multiple targets out, I can't quite get that behind him, but now I can. I love that. That's awesome. Give me that critical damage. Boom. Nailed it. All right. More shield guys, I think. Ow. Yeah, there was one over there. Try to get some of these guys poisoned up for the extra damage, of course. But that was an almost 300 crit because of the extra poison damage buff. That was really good. I'm having a hard time against these guys with the spear, though. I mean, I suppose I was with the last two weapons. But I'm noticing I'm taking a lot of damage from them.
Hello there, Dionysus.
Your attack inflicts poison, which is not bad. Take less damage while at 40% health or below. None of these are super great, but I will take
Thank
it.
the gods.
Only because I don't want to override my poison damage I already got. I think we can go pick up a... What level? Okay, so I think we could go pick up another Death Defiance here. It actually might be pretty good.
But you must hate me so.
Boop. Hello there. Wait, wrong button.
Something wrong there, sir? I mean, shouldn't you be up and about, competing for eternal pride and glory and all that?
What's the use? Let's say we fought, if anybody asks. Now go. I've no quarrel with you. Besides, I'll just remain here comfortably at rest for some untold millennia, I guess. Have a nice... whatever time it is.
What up, butthead? Ooh, for the next 4 chambers I could heal. That actually may not be bad, but no, let's get that Death Defiance.
Thanks, sir.
So we came to this room instead of the other ones. We got a shop or palm, and it should be a free room, and I have 370 gold. I actually think the Palm of Power is better here. As crazy as that sounds. Because I want to save my gold for the final zone. Give it...
Delicious.
Any of these to upgrade are not bad at all. This one is obviously pretty good, but I'm not going to really get the effect of this. I think just having additional poison damage might be a little bit better. It's a fraction of increased damage that I'm doing, but you know, it's better in my opinion.
Ah, at last. Come, Mysterious. Let's vanquish this blackguard.
How dare you call me a blackguard? That's just, oh man, I kind of wish I had that shield now. I forgot how nice having the shield to block the spear was with Bull Rush. Well, hey, you know what? At least I can, as soon as the Minotaur's dead, I can just sit there and crit him without him blocking me, which is pretty nice. So let's actually just focus that Minotaur down. Yeah. And we're not going to get multiple targets here for me to get that crazy damage buff. But you know what? I could just do a bunch of damage to them with poisons, and that's good too. Ooh, that was close. Almost got whipped by that. I was just out of range. That was a lucky dodge for me. And that Minotaur, brutal. I guess I should be getting that extra damage on him with my cast in him. It's pretty good. How did I get a wall slam damage? I was curious. It popped up with wall slam, so I got wall slam damage somehow. Yeah. Okay, let's dodge that. We are focusing him down pretty good. I'm not really having to worry about Theseus too much here. Although I will let him allow me to hit both of them. A little cleave damage, you might say. Let's hit both of them with that, although he blocked the cast, so that ain't happening. I feel very safe using this build with the spear. Man, that block. I hate the block. I hit the Minotaur. I did. Cool. That's his final transition. What? How did he hit me with that? Come on, Minotaur. Die, buddy. Is he stuck? Oh, ow. Jeez. I don't like you, Theseus. Crap. That sucks. That's bad timing. I really, really, really didn't need that right now. I need to focus one at a time here, and I've gotten both of them. Crap. He's like right on the edge of dying, too. I just need to kind of focus him down. Oh, okay. He's down. Cool. That works for me. Now I can just focus Theseus, which we know works pretty well, given that we're getting the crit damage, or crit chance rather, 50% crit chance. It's really strong, and his spears don't go through stuff, but mine do. I'm a cheater. No, that's bad. Ah, crap. Hey, Theseus, stop it. You're a giant butthead with a giant shield, and it's really annoying. Nope, crap. There was no way I could avoid that. I just dashed the wrong direction. Alright, he's almost dead. That poison damage is helping. Let those go. I'm just gonna play Ring Around the Rosie here. There we go. Whew. Overall, I mean, we still have all their Death Defiance, so that could have been worse.
Shuddered just now.
That could have been way worse.
You really think you can get out of here?
Bam, 98 health. Give me all that extra gold. I believe we could possibly get some extra stuff. We can get another Death Defiance, which that kind of feels like GG on that one, but I don't feel like I need it. I think that's a little overkill. As far as any of these, like the 10% damage reduction, I think I could get rid of that one. Is it not going to let me through? It does say proceed. Let's double check. Okay, so
To get out of here.
now we, I know we did it before, but now I definitely know for sure that we can't do anything with that. And honestly, I kind of feel like I'm going to hold on to my gold. I could get a Death Defiance, but holding on to my gold allows me to purchase better stuff from here if I need to. Okay, I have almost 500 gold, which means that, you know, if I wanted another hammer, I could do that. If I wanted another good boon, I could do that. I'm not too worried. Okay, so there is one hammer for 500. There's some health, which is not bad. There's one of these keys, but I ain't getting enough gold for that. I think maybe we hammer it up. What can we get from here that might be good? Maybe something from Dionysus. Maybe some gold. Maybe a bit of both. Maybe I do both. I think maybe I do both.
Maybe it's in here.
Let's start with him, because you never know. Oh, also, I could throw this through pillars, apparently, which is very overpowered. So I could just kill those guys without ever having to worry about them laser beaming me. Just keep that in mind when it comes to these guys. Because, like, again, I'm kind of in cover here. It feels like cheating. Yeah. 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 That crit damage. Really nice. Okay. Moving on. Getting all that extra healing. Whoa, rats. I could probably be putting my debuff on these guys. In fact, I can hit him from here, so we may as well do that. Get that extra damage. Cool. Alright, gold, gold, gold. Any gold over there? No. Next area. I don't think I can hit him through the wall, but let's test. I can. Okay, that's good. So, that's a nice little cheaty way of hitting people is through any kind of barrier. This should be the final room. Is. Okay, yeah, I gotta watch out for those traps. I forgot about that. Okay, now he's debuffed. Should be able to just wreck him through the pillars without having to worry about getting hit. Oops, whiffed on that one. There we go. That's very, very powerful. I'm not worried about hitting the bomb dude with the debuff, but I want to hit the satyr at least. Crap. Alright, well now it's too late. He's already too low on HP. Getting in there and crap, getting poisoned again. Bad idea. Alright, you know what? Let's do it. Suck it, satyr. Alright, cool.
Come try me.
Oop, ow. Woof. Woof. I don't like these guys. I don't like that I take a bunch of extra damage, but as long as we can get through the couple rooms that we need to without taking too much damage, we could get an essential full heal from that little vase thing at the end when you pick up the thing for Cerberus. It's worth keeping that in mind. All right, let's hit him through the wall and just cheese him. Okay, that'll work for me.
In the name of Hades.
None of these are super great. I guess we're kind of out of options with him. Let's get the attack inflicts poison in case I need to.
Favor yet.
That way I can at least apply poison to objects during Hades and
Heading back.
get the damage boost real quick without necessarily having to constantly throw. Let's go with the hammer.
Should be useful.
So special deals 400% damage to armor, which is going to be really good. Attack has more range, and it's okay. It's obviously really good, but not for our build at the moment. Spin attack charges and recovers much faster. Also, again, there is a good argument for that because I could be safer putting that debuff on Hades and then just using my throw. But let's do that extra armor damage. I think that'll be pretty good. Let's go to the store after we get this gold and pick up something cheap. That's a good way to do it. Hit them all with that so then I can just sit here and get lovely, lovely numbers. Could purge a boon, which actually may not be a bad idea. It's only 50 gold, but is that worth it? Might be. All right, fine. I'm doing it. Get an extra 50 gold. It may allow us to get something good out of the store. Sit these nerds. So basically, at this point, I don't even want to worry about attack like I've been doing. It's just not been on my radar. Haven't needed it this run as much. Okay, let's not get like uber laser beamed if I can avoid it. Yeah. Yeah, lots of gold in these. Okay. I can alter one of these rooms, which is worth considering. Claim that.
A special treat for Cerberus.
Give him my gold.
I'll just take that.
Let's just break all these because I don't know. Yeah, there was some gold in that one. Okay, heal that up. Back to basically full with 387 gold. Because I have a room alter, I should go test it on one of these.
Give me another.
Another Dionysus. Yeah, I don't think that's worth it because it's just going to give me the attack poison again. We have 387. So I think we just get a palm and some health.
Spend it all in one place, mate.
So maybe, you know, that's pretty good. 10. So this is going up by 2. So it gives me 10 damage every second on my poison. But this goes from 3 to 5. So it goes from 125% extra damage to 142. That is a pretty big increase. So let's take that. And Cerberus.
Joyfully, the Hound of Hell accepts another satyr sack.
What exactly is the satyr sack? I don't want to. Don't tell me. With 210 health, all of these Death Defiance, and this pretty solid build, which may work once we start getting enemies out in this fight, we should have him pretty easy.
Nice night, no?
But you never know. He's pretty difficult.
Varatha, I recognize its presence now. That's not just any three-pronged lance you wield. I could never stand to look at it. Once my brothers and my sisters and myself. Once our foul work was done.
You mean once you'd chopped up your cruel and overbearing Titan parents, right? Shame you threw it out. It's quite useful.
Perhaps the fates decided that its wielders ought to all eventually wind up on its receiving end. Come then, let us see what the great Achilles has taught you.
All right. I'm excited. Fine, let's immediately hit him with poisons, right? Get him poisoned out. Okay. See, I'm totally okay with like the ticking damage, but it appears that he does not take ticking damage while invisible. So he's not really invisible as much as he is just non-existent. All right, we're gonna let this go out. And then I will, whoa, do that, which that is really nice for the whatchamacallit, the reflect thing that I'm doing. I can't even think of words right now. I'm so focused on this fight. I just focus on not screwing it up. I am doing a lot of damage to him with that crit, which is really nice, but it's difficult to keep a bunch of stacks of poison on him at any given time, especially because they don't do anything to him while he's invisible. Something to consider for future runs. That poison stuff is not the greatest when it comes to him. Although, you know, while he's out, you're doing a lot of damage. All right, there's first transition.
Brutish strength.
I'll show you brutish strength.
No.
I really don't like Mega Gorgons, but
You want me to go all out?
we shall get that ricochet. That's the word I was looking for going. So we're hitting them both. And with the crit, too. That's pretty good. Let's go hit that. Quick. Ow. I couldn't dash quick enough. And my poisons weren't enough to kill it before it was done. Here, Hades, Hades, Hades. I see your footsteps. Goodness, that's a big swing. What a very mighty swing you have there, Hades. Why don't you just leave it over there, though? I really don't want to deal with it. I almost got him with that return. I saw where the spear was. I was hoping that I actually might be able to get him with the crit on that one, but he was still a bit far away. All right, we can get 3 targets here. It was for a short little time I got that damage bonus, which was very strong. I think I'm gonna get that before it blows up, so we're just gonna have to avoid the wave. Here's our multiple targets. This is perfect for us, although I didn't want to kill them all. That sucks. Right, let's hit all this. Kill him. Or try to, at least. Ow. Dash, dash, dash. Toss that. Try not to get hit by the spear. Try to focus him down. Hades is about to come out. Hear him. Ugh. Kill the eyeball. Although, argument could be made for keeping it out. Oof. Well, I got that one, at least. I missed one, but I got the other. I'm not doing much damage to him at the moment. We're dealing a lot with all the ads, which I think is fine, right? Like, that's not a bad thing. I just gotta be careful with these because I'm not killing them fast enough to avoid. Ah, crap. Okay, that's one Death Defiance. Goodness. It's like I get little brief moments of having a bunch of extra damage, which can be really strong, but for the most part, not doing much for me. Like, I'll get like a brief moment where a bunch of poison damage and special damage will kick off, but for the most part, it's not doing much. If I want to burst him down, I gotta focus on hitting those crits. I think that's the primary thing that we could do here. Oh, dang it. I got hit by that. Ow. My goodness. I didn't think he was going to get me with that. Just kill him, please. All right, he's down. So one more phase.
All right then, boy. You've stirred my anger suitably by now.
Here we go.
Enough of this.
Whoop. Gosh, I forgot that he does like a quadruple attack there. I'm trying to time the attacks. It's what working for me. I really, as we learned last time, don't really need to worry too much about those. I mean, oh gosh, I missed the shield already. I think my shield is going to be my main weapon. I feel like, I don't know. There was some really cool stuff that we got to do with Bull Rush that I normally don't do. And it made me realize how powerful it can be. And it makes me wish that I can keep using it. Now, I can hit him through this, which seems like massive cheating. No, I don't have any casts. I thought I did. All right, first transition here. All right, we shall toss these about. Whoa. Okay, we'll do this. Ow. Okay, I'm low on life, and I'm taking a bunch of damage unnecessarily. Additionally, I have 2 Death Defiance, but I'm about to have 1. All right, you know what I mean? Like, this is bad. Oh, no, why are you shooting over there? Why are you firing off in weird directions? Just hit him. Crap. Oh my goodness, that was almost death. I really like the fact that this is super cheating. I could just shoot him through the pillar. But it does feel like massive cheating. I should just play around the pillar, I guess, if I'm if I'm using spear.
That you of all my kin would be the one to do this to me. See you at home.
I get it. See you in hell. This is all pretty good. I like it. Ooh, give me the diamond. I feel like we did really well there.
As he explores
Relatively.
the wonders of the world, Prince Zagreus discovers a quaint farm in which he carelessly trespasses, stepping on a farming tool which swoops up and strikes him in the forehead, fatally.
That's comical.
How?
I like that. That's pretty funny. Whew, that could have been a bit better, but I feel like we did a really good job there.
Time, Father.
Once we realized that we could play around that pillar,
Alas for ongoing underworld renovations.
that made a big difference.
Achilles, I've been meaning to ask you about the odd skeleton usually standing around in the courtyard. Old acquaintance of yours? A hireling, perhaps?
That one Skelly, was it? We only met when all this business of escape began. If I have a connection to him, I'm unaware. Does he claim to know me? Perhaps I slew him when we were alive.
I don't know that that's it. So neither of us has any idea where he's from or how he got there, huh? Can you think of any leads? Nyx doesn't seem to know him either.
Perhaps the gods of Olympus sent him to your aid? Their methods can be odd, and there are many who support you. Regardless, he does not appear to be your father's spy, if that is your concern.
Not
Interesting.
a concern, just a morbid curiosity.
Okay, let's talk to him.
Something the matter there, Father? You seem a little quieter than usual. Dare I say, even a little somber and remorseful for some reason?
Silence, boy. Better yet, why don't you get out of my sight? I've more important things to do now than indulge your boastfulness. We'll have to catch up at some other place and time.
I get it.
Until such place and time, then.
All right, let's check our little shop here.
Greetings, broker.
We could buy a key, which is good. So we're going to go ahead and do that because we got
It's a deal.
2 of those. Again, I got to remember to go and check that every single time because I'm going to be constantly gaining those diamonds and it's worth it to go get that. So, how did we feel about the spear overall? I thought it was okay. It was cool. It was fun. It was okay, right? The gun is really the only thing we haven't done with an upgrade, and our upgrades are bonus max ammo for 8 seconds after absorbing your special's blast, deal more damage, which, I don't know, that sounds pretty mediocre, being that it's only 12%. Or after you manually reload, your next shot is powered shot base damage 50. Like, that's pretty good too. But I don't know, like which would be better? Who knows? I think let's try this one. So we're gonna purchase that. So basically, if I reload, I like that it does the sound cue that you know that you did that. Does it only happen on a manual reload? Yes. So basically, if you're playing with this, you really want to be swapping out that manual reload or reloading anytime that you're like, okay, it's time to move. Gotcha. Okay, that's good to know. I like it. Let's see what we can get out of this, though.